Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Give us a 5-star rating. It massively helps us out. Enjoy.
The last 10 or so games of the season are going to be very, very interesting, especially after the international break. Now, speaking of breaking things, Conte's mind is broken.
Yeah.
He's lost the plot, and I'm all for the downfall of Spurs.
He's absolutely trying to get himself sacked.
But this is what he's done. This is the issue now. Because he's trying to get himself sacked, but Levy is now there like, well.
Yeah. I know
you
what
want
you're
to be
doing.
sacked?
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You're not fucking leaving.
The more he goes, I don't want to be at the club. And then the more Levy's like, well, you're not leaving, mate. I'm not paying for you to
You're
leave.
doing your job, Conte. It's true, though.
It's absolutely true.
He said,
but he's so childish.
The club likes respect.
Yeah. They've not won nothing in 20 years. Why? Why is it this? They're a serial loser. Why do I even get put in the club? I could have been sat on the beach drinking martini. And instead I manager of Spurs and they're all shit apart from Harry Kane.
That's literally what he says, isn't it?
Yeah, literally.
And he had his poor surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's come back from the hospital and they're still being shit. Like, what has he got to do, this poor man?
No, look, he should take more blame, but at the same time, like...
You got to beat Southampton. You have to beat Southampton.
They're Spursy, mate. They're curse over Spurs.
I know Southampton have improved since the sacking of the greatest manager in world football, Nathan Jones.
Also, Theo Walcott was a shining light.
No, I completely agree, but they are favourite candidates for relegation. You have to beat teams like that. Now, I know it's the end of the season and they have more dog in them and they've got to fight for more.
Oh.
So it's difficult. But if you have a lead away from home, don't give a penalty away in the 90-something minute and allow James Ward-Prowse, who's better free kicks and penalties.
He took a free. That penalty was a free kick.
Did you hear what Merce said on Soccer Saturday? He was like, "It's a shame because he's tried to ask for a wall." But yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Look, Conte even went after the owner.
Yeah,
and he sort of tried to retract his statement that he didn't go up after the owner, but he quite literally name-dropped Daniel Levy.
Are you enjoying the downfall?
Yeah, I am enjoying it.
Implosion.
I'm very much enjoying it.
Can I just say, I know retrospectively they've got games in hand, or don't. They're sat in fourth.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Harry Kane.
Yeah. I don't even know if this was the game for him to have that meltdown either.
No.
Like the Champions League, going out of the Champions League, that was when he should come out, because most of those things that he said applied then.
Yeah.
The Southampton game, they shouldn't lose drop points from 3-1 up with like 15 minutes to go. It's not a penalty.
Yeah.
It's like...
No, I know. Yeah, I was
not a penalty. And if it's not a penalty, which it's not, they get away with a 3-2 win. The top four race is still well in their hands, and you're like, well,
yeah.
Whereas I think it's built up. I think he even said he'd been hiding it for too long. Yeah. I think it was like a built up thing of, right, I've lost my head.
He's a frustrated man.
I wonder if he regrets it now.
But he's an emotional guy, right? Because
he's very
even when they
emotional.
got beaten by Burnley last season, Ben Mee header, I think, he was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this team's so bad, I've got to go. And then the game after they won, he was like, I love this squad.
Yeah, he's very reactive. But I reckon he must regret it, because he's out of contract in the summer anyway, right?
Yeah.
So he might have saved himself a couple of months by getting sacked.
No way he regrets it.
But
there's no way.
There's definitely going to be owners around the world of football clubs that will simply go, I'm not ever hiring him.
Yeah, because he's got an asterisk.
Because if it goes badly, he's going to put me on blast.
But I feel like, but I feel like it's just... I just don't know if it's worth it. Isn't it? It's just...
Yeah, but I don't know if it was worth it when
club.
He could have just left it for 2 months, leave, and then he could say all of that stuff once he's
also the football that they play is really bad.
It's so bad. Arsenal have a style. You can see patterns of play. There's no patterns of play at Spurs. You just pass to Harry Kane.
He's trying to produce what he had at Inter Milan without the people to do that. So ineffectively, it's a bad style of football.
And also, would that style work in the Premier League anyway, even if you had the players?
That's a good point.
So it's tough.
Do you think if Spurs got top four, it's actually detrimental to the club?
Well, yeah. But
if Conte stays.
No, he won't stay.
He won't stay anyway. He won't stay anyway.
I mean, I think regardless, he's not going to stay. So if he secures them fourth and then leaves, that's not a bad result.
But do you not think, is it a bit awkward at training now?
Yeah, it has to be.
Probably.
Like, surely it's a bit awkward.
Timed it with international break nicely, hasn't he?
Yeah. I saw him on, I don't know if it was recent or not, but I saw someone post today, Conte was on a Ryanair flight.
I've seen that.
Yeah, I saw that. He was like falling asleep and shit. Why?
He was on a Ryanair flight, I don't know.
Where's he going to? Maybe he's going
Clearly Spurs have gone, right, you can pay for your own flight.
Maybe he's going to like Bahamas.
How do you afford Ryanair?
Bahamas?
Bahamas. Did they go to Bahamas? Ryanair?
Probably. Actually, no, probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, look, he has had major surgery recently, so he's probably got a bit of pent up testosterone.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if that's how surgery works, but
Is he? I've never met
he's a bit small.
He's a bit
small.
Is he?
Yeah, small man.
He's a bit small.
Okay.
He was a bit angrier, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm not going to, prejudge him. So
Antonio, what do you think? Do you think Spurs will get top 4 or top 6?
No,
I don't actually.
No, I don't.
The longer the season goes on, the more I know they're sticking around 4th, the more I just don't think they'll get it.
The worrying thing is, Kane at the moment is performing unbelievably well. If he drops off or gets injured.
Surely there's a point where, like, as much as there's an expectation for Kane to regress, the other players in the squad have got to somehow pull their finger out at some point. Like Son,
I know.
for the first part of the season, awful. Now he's starting to show little bits of his old self again. I mean, you'd expect that the players elevate themselves to the...
If I was a Spurs fan, I'd be scared. And here's why.
Well, because Arsenal are going to win the league.
Well, not just that, but if Spurs, which at some point will happen, whether it be this year or next, if they lose Harry Kane, they become a mid-table club.
Yeah. Well...
They do.
No, because they'd reinvest the money somehow,
They become Aston Villa. They'll let Harry Kane leave.
Who you said would finish 6th?
And they still might. They still might. They actually still might.
Yeah.
Harry Kane will leave on a free because Levy will be like...
When's his contract up?
Next summer.
Yeah.
Okay, so they've really got to try and...
But that's what Levy's saying, he won't let him go for less than 100 mil. He's not going for 100 mil with a year left on his contract at 30 years old this summer. No. So there is a danger that...
Goes for free.
Levy cuts off his nose to spite his face, keeps him for a year. They still don't get top 4.
Yeah.
As Simon Jordan once said...
Oh, no.
Tosser.
Daniel Levy often saves £1 to end up losing £5.
Yeah.
What a philosophical quote, Simon Jordan.
I know. Maybe I should have taken that one for myself. It makes sense, though. He does.
Yeah.
He does. Where do you think Spurs will finish, Reev?
Just outside 5th. I hope it's Brighton that finish it 4th, but I think Newcastle will do it.
Let's go.
There's also an outside chance that Liverpool flutter about as well. But when are they kicking into 5th gear?
Well, they're meant to do it against Bournemouth.
Actually, they could do it next week against City because they love playing City. So you never know.
High scoring.
Fucking hope so.
I think Brighton are the scariest team. They were getting near it.
They play such beautiful football, don't they?
I know that no one's thinking about them.
Well, we are.
Yeah, we are a little bit.
We are quite a lot.
Well, they're the second best attacking team behind Man City, aren't they?
Yeah, it's mental.
Post restart, anyway, in terms of
Brighton
goals.